They would say.
Did you grab
Welcome,
my meat and
welcome.
paint it on jeans?
Really, Tasha? Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is Saturday morning, so you know it's time for another live edition of The Extra Point. Grab my meat and paint it on jeans, or whatever Billy Ocean said, is how we start the show this morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Valentine's Day to each and every one of you. I mean, what perfect better way to start a Valentine's Day than with someone I truly love? This lady right here, Tasha T. Sissel, First Lady of Podcasting. Good morning. How are you doing today? And happy Valentine's Day.
I'm good. I'm good. I know I'm doing something that would be highly illegal in the United States, but they don't enforce laws here, so I'm good. I'm actually going to a cruise port to pick up some friends who are on a Virgin cruise. Not a Virgin cruise, it's not their first, but it is Virgin cruise line.
So wait a minute. So what is a Virgin? So the company's name is Virgin Cruise Line, is what you're saying?
Yeah, you have a Virgin Records. What's his name? What is the guy who owns Virgin Records? The white guy that had Necker Island.
Oh, I'm not sure. I'm not.
Okay,
I'm not.
It's on the tip of my tongue.
Okay. All right. Well, you be safe. And I know we have her for just a short time this morning, so we do thank her for jumping on. So I want to get right to it. Congratulations to the Seattle Seahawks for winning Super Bowl 60. Right. Yada, yada, yada. It was one of the worst Super Bowls that I've seen in the last 25 years from an aesthetic standpoint. But congratulations to Seattle. Congratulations to Kenneth Walker III. Memphis boy. Tennessee stands up. He wins the Super Bowl MVP. But Tasha, was place kicker Jason Myers robbed of the MVP?
I mean, they was out there trying to tackle Walker, like when Ace Ventura was trying to see whose Super Bowl ring was missing the orange stone. And what's his name was running on the track. He had to use that chloroform to get him. That's how they was trying to tackle that motherfucker. So I mean, tackle him. So no, he deserved that.
Okay. All right. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. And also congratulations to Bad Bunny for his record-breaking halftime performance, shattered records. The previously held by Kendrick Lamar. Of course, there was a lot of talk about that Super Bowl, more than the halftime show got more attention than the game itself. But Tasha, I wanted to get your thoughts on this, being that you're not in America. What was the tone and the tenor of his halftime performance down in the Dominican Republic? Or did anybody down there either watch or care?
Well, I'm going to explain it like this. I was actually at a restaurant, Wings and Waffles, and they had the big screen and everything. Now, you could tell the difference from us expats who have lived here for a while, where it really connected with us, as opposed to the ones who may have just been visiting or have not immersed themselves into the Hispanic culture. While no one was like shying away or no one got up and left or went to the toilet during this time, it was quiet.
Okay, can you expand on what you mean by like the people who are more deeply rooted in the Dominican Republic getting more out of this halftime?
You have some of us who have lived here for a minute, and like I said, we have immersed ourselves into the culture. So it kind of resonated. And also, now me speaking from personal experience, I have been listening to Latin music for years. So it wasn't anything new to me to be out here vibing to Bad Bunny, because this is, again, something that I have listened to for a while.
Tasha, I can only see your chin, by the way.
Oh, okay.
There you go. There's those
beautiful eyes. I needed to go. Okay, sorry. But go ahead. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. You go ahead. You cooking? Yeah.
So, like, you could just tell the difference in that aspect of it. But overall, I was pleased with the performance, and it was kind of disheartening not only to see how the conservatives and doing all this, the number of Black people who were panning this. Now, I know everybody isn't into different types of music. Like, I'm into Bon Jovi. I'm into a lot of different types of music. But somebody put a post up talking about, oh, that was the worst halftime show ever. And this was a Black person.
I saw that.
And I was And I
saw
was
that.
like, no,
I saw
you know,
that.
basically I'm like, no, that shit was lit, whatever. And they was like, do you like that? And I'm like, yeah, because I have broadened my music. I don't know how you really say it.
Your palette.
I have a vast, yes, I have a vast music palette. Like
You
I will
do.
listen to basically anything. And it's again, everyone was like, oh, I didn't get Kendrick Lamar's performance. So if you didn't get Kendrick Lamar, I definitely didn't expect you to get Bad Bunny. When he started off in the Sugar Canes, when the slaves were pretty much bought to the islands, to the Caribbean America, the Americas, that is what they did on these islands.
It
Is farm sugar cane. So it was draped in symbolism. Like I say, even if you didn't know that beat, when that beat started knocking, like anybody's gonna get up and dance
Yeah.
when that beat started knocking. And even like they were saying, oh, he was being political with the power. No, because Puerto Rico has, number one, some of the highest electric bills of any American territory, and they constantly go without power. So a lot of the stuff, like I said, and him giving the little boy the Grammy, and then if you go back, that the outfit that the little boy was wearing was actually an outfit that Bad Bunny Benito owns, that he had it on as a child. So all the symbolism, and the casita where he lived, like that's how he grew up. Casita is like a small house. Like I just thoroughly enjoyed everything about the show. And again, I do speak a little Spanish, and I do listen to Bad Bunny. I've been listening to Bad Bunny maybe 7 years or so. So his lyrics and his music was not anything that was foreign to me. But again, if you don't speak the language and you don't really understand, I can see how it may not have resonated with you. But it's no need to bash it and do all this other stuff, and even the political stuff. Come on, and like in one point he said, I translated in English. What he said was, is this what you want? And then who comes on? Lady Gaga. Basically, y'all wanted a white, y'all said y'all wanted somebody white and somebody speaking English, and they put Lady Gaga up there.
This is excellent insight, by the way. And I was really excited to do this on Wax, because I saved this conversation because Tasha does have a unique experience because she is a sports fan. I've known her for over 35 years. The very first song that I ever heard her sing in high school was Hot Time Summer in the City, Back of My Neck Feeling Dirty and Gritty. Now, this was in the gangster rap era, ladies and gentlemen. So when I tell you she's not capping when she says that she has a vast musical palette, and it's always been that way. So I was curious to see how people in where you are reacted to the show. Good morning, Jody. Good morning, YouTube checking in. You even got a fan here. Garama says T Sizzle is like my name is T Swizzle. Good morning. Hey, YouTube. Hey, thanks for checking in. Good morning to Guilty. What you guilty of, bro? And Mike Mew M5H. Good morning, all of y'all. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe. Hey, follow us, because it goes down every Saturday morning here at the Extra Point. Tasha, that was an excellent soliloquy on that, especially.
I mean, I'm sorry. Let me get this point off, because I don't know if our people are coming off the cruise ship yet. If you go look at the YouTube views, he's already well over 90 million for that entire show. And I have watched it. I mean, I would say I have contributed to that because I've watched it quite a few times.
That's awesome. And good morning, T Dub of the Our Take podcast. Tasha, Mike said something to me after I texted him right after halftime and said, "Hey, I enjoyed that." And his response to me is pretty much the response of a lot of men who watched the show that didn't understand the word he said, because I didn't. He said, "I bet you did with all that scattered ass out there." Now, for the guys, I didn't know what he was saying. He could have been calling us all kind of names, calling us out our names. I wouldn't have known. But the aesthetics of the show, from someone who didn't translate it, I was too lazy to do the Google Translate. I did see where he showed homage to his culture, to his upbringing, how the kid with the Grammy, things of that nature. I appreciated that, and I really appreciated the background dances. I'm gonna just keep it a buck. Now everybody doesn't agree. Now He says the halftime show was garbage. I would like for you to expand on that. What didn't you like about it? Was it the fact that it wasn't in
What is that? I
English?
can't see.
YouTube. And thank you for chiming in because hey, everybody is entitled to their opinion. A lot of people did not like the show. So Tasha, let me ask you one more question before you hop off. What if you were in charge of the halftime show next year? Who would you book?
The consensus, well, people are saying a lot of like Chris Brown, which Chris Brown is a great performer, but I don't think he would ever make it, seeing how Jay-Z is in charge of the Super Bowl booking and his connection to Rihanna and that incident that happened, years ago.
Right.
But you know me, I'm good with anybody. Like some of the pre stuff that they were showing, and Bon Jovi was there. I was like, oh my God, is he performing? Is he performing? Like that was me. Like even one of the commercials, it was like the Backstreet Boys. Everybody, and I mean, no one caught that. It was karaoke, but at the end, it had the company. So if you were reading the karaoke lyrics, you would read the company. Like I'm one that didn't mind Maroon 5 when they were performing. Everybody was like, oh, it was in Atlanta. They should have had this. They should have had that. I don't care who they put on there. Like I'm probably gonna watch it, whoever they put on there, because again, I listen to anything. And like again, the halftime show was not garbage. It was very, very well produced. Whether you knew what he was saying or not, they was getting in that motherfucker. They was yeah, that shit was lit. So if I'm gonna go on record as saying if you said you didn't like it, you a hater.
Damn.
Again, culturally,
that's a little strong. You're coming in hot.
I can get if you didn't get it culturally, if it didn't resonate with you culturally, I fully understand that. But to say it's a garbage, that's a fucking lie. That's cap. Again, it's not my fault that maybe y'all ain't experienced nothing else. You can't continue to have a halftime show that's R&B or that's rap or that's something like that. Katy Perry did numbers when she got out there.
Yeah.
Lady Gaga in Houston when she jumped off the damn stage. Lady Gaga did numbers. Of course. Right. I mean, and of course, we're always going to say the MJ, the Prince. You can't keep recycling the same acts. And if the NFL is a global game, you're going to have to start incorporating different types of acts, different genres of music, because it has to appeal to everybody.
So wait a minute. So what you're saying, that does that go the other way as well, that Jay-Z needs to expand beyond hip hop and R&B?
Yes, he does. He needs to get other acts out there. Like I said, when U2 was out there singing, I didn't have a problem with U2 was doing the halftime show. I didn't have a problem with that at all.
Right. Now, we did get an answer to what he thought was garbage about this. So again, thank you for chiming in. He says, yes, sir. Representative of his upcoming and upbringing is cool. It was in all Spanish, which was a backhanded political message. The music sucked. I am a hater of music that sucks. And what did he say,
Well, again, Google Translate works, and I'm gonna need you to invest in it.
No.
Let's start there.
Yeah, I'm gonna take this side because I was too lazy to Google Translate as well. I didn't do it as well.
The Spanish, nothing he did in there was political. He sings, his music is in Spanish. So how in the hell was that political if he sings in Spanish? It's political. So you got a problem with the NFL playing these games anywhere but in the United States? The contiguous United States? Is that political?
Look, is that political? As we bring in Farrah. Hold on, Tasha. I'm gonna come back to you, Tasha. The hostess with the most is checking in. Hey, Farrah, thank you for jumping in. She is going to grab the baton in a true USA Women's 4x4 relay. And so, Tasha, great stuff. Now, I want you to continue that. I just want to make sure we introduce Farrah. Now, he says, thank you. I think he was agreeing with me about not using Google Translate. I didn't need anything to translate.
Right. And you don't need anything to translate a knocking beat. So, but for you to say it's in Spanish is political is bullshit, because his music is in Spanish. He doesn't. So y'all didn't have no problem when he was singing on "I Like It Like That" with Cardi B. Nobody had a problem. And how many of us didn't grow up listening to fucking Feliz Navidad? Come on.
Un Pedro Gracia and Felicidad. I don't know what that means, but I know the words.
Yo pero año y felicidad, and have a good year, a prosperous new year.
Okay.
Prospero año. That's the prosperous new year.
She
grabbed my meat and painted on jeans. And then like somebody put the meme out. Y'all motherfuckers didn't have a problem singing the Macarena in 1993.
Yeah, Macarena. Okay, we're gonna bring her back up. Farrah, jump in. Farrah, you jump right into a boiling pot of water. Now we got a pretty spirited talk going on YouTube. Here she's back. Finish the statement. What's going on there? We're gonna check back in with you, Tasha. You be safe. Farrah? Good morning.
Well, good morning.
Good morning, Farrah. It's great to have you on. Make sure you like and subscribe to the Our Take podcast. Torrance, you want some of this? Hey, the link is in your Facebook messenger. Check that. Like, click on that link and jump.
I text you
Torrance,
an hour ago.
Torrance, the link is in your messenger. Click on that and jump on in. And thank you to Tasha. Natasha is out driving. She jumped in this morning because she wanted to get her Bad Bunny takeoff. It's something that I did want to hear from her on, and I wanted to wait until we got on wax to do so. Farrah, I haven't talked to you about this, but she has a show bi-weekly on Tuesdays and Saturdays. They didn't have a show Tuesday, so we're going to get a sneak preview before she goes live after us on what her thoughts were about the Bad Bunny concert. Farrah, you're up.
Well, good morning, and thank you for having me. I appreciate the invite.
Yes. Glad to have you on.
Man, that Bad Bunny, that was one for the books. Well, I didn't have a problem with him fucking performing. Let's say that. I did not have a problem with him performing. It was in Spanish. He doesn't speak English. Duh.
Though, would you pay to go to a concert where you don't understand what the artist is saying?
They do. He's the number one artist in the world. So guess what? They do. When we say world, we didn't say America. We didn't say Puerto Rico.
You didn't say Kansas.
We didn't say Kansas. He's the number one artist in the world for a reason. The NBA is about money. They're here to do what is right. And if you got the number one artist, that's probably who they're going to have on. We had Kendrick last year. I'm sure there was a lot of people who had no idea what the hell Drake and Kendrick had going on. Okay?
Right. That's true.
They did not know. They have nothing to do with our culture or our genre of music. So they could have blasted it too. You know what I mean? So every year is going to be something different. I think the other week I posted the last 10 years of the Super Bowl. Different genres. Yeah. And it really was. And then everybody got to remember.
Different genres. It was kind of.
It was different genres. It was repetitive. I mean, you had your Coldplay, and then you had your Rihanna.
You know what? Coldplay, I'll give you that.
You know what I mean? Yeah. You had all of them, but then it all goes back to who's in charge of it all. And it ain't all in NFL. Right. That's Jay-Z. Jay-Z.
He has carte blanche.
But he was number one, and I don't think it would have been an issue if we weren't in this political strain in America right now. I think the political strain is what's causing that effect over on the NFL and anyone else. It could be the NBA All-Star game and somebody was singing, Bad Bunny was performing there. They'd fuss about it too.
Right.
So I don't think it would be an issue.
Great point.
Tom.
Great point. Now, we were going to lead into this with Tasha, but I'm going to ask you. So let's say that Jay-Z is fired from his position, which, given the climate of this country now, that is not too far-fetched. But let's say this is hypothetical. He's fired, and Farrah, the hostess with the mostest, is given the keys to the Super Bowl halftime show. Who are you booking in January 2027?
Ooh. To say right at this moment, that would be very hard. We got to see what artist is gonna inspire for this year. I'm thinking, man. I'm sitting there thinking
let me pitch something to you while you
think. I think we all know who probably is Taylor Swift.
I didn't even think about her. You're right.
After that wedding, and he retired, it's only going to be fitting.
Right. And she has just enough of a diabolical hate for her with the anti-Swifters. Now, Torrance,
what if they make it back? What if they make it back to the Super Bowl? What if they make it back to the Super Bowl? I think she definitely. If Kansas City make it to the Super Bowl and Kelsey's playing, we already know who.
That would be so much overkill. Like the world, the world took a collective sigh when there was no Chiefs and no Swiftie in the playoffs, because that burnout was getting real. Now, a lot of the people within I'm going to call it the Jay-Z art community, and that's just people who are hip hop and R&B fans, regardless of race, regardless of any other type of filter that you can use. People who like hip hop and R&B, a lot of them were clamoring for Chris Brown, who went on his Instagram live right after the halftime show and said, "Man, the game needs me." So,
but what does he have? What new music does he have that we care about? We didn't even care about his last 3 albums. A couple of songs here and there that you done caught on the radio, but as albums, I'm not gonna say Chris Brown couldn't put on a good show, but he's not the artist that the world or America want to see.
I don't trust Chris Brown. Now, I think that he's an amazing performer, but I don't trust him. Like, you saw what happened with how they overcorrected when Janet pulled her titty out.
Right.
Let me not say that's not fair. When Justin Timberlake pulled her titty out, because she didn't pull her own strap, it was somebody else pulled it.
He did it.
Don't trust Chris Brown. I can just hear it now. Take You Down starts playing, and he drags a chair out on stage, and now the FCC is getting involved, because you already know. Fair?
I can see that, because Chris is going to go above and beyond on purpose. On purpose.
That's it. That's what I don't trust. I think he will do something self-serving. So always have a viral moment that lives on in infamy, because if you've never heard Janet Jackson's music, you saw that picture.
If you want to see a Super Bowl that everybody gonna watch because they know he crazy, put Kanye ass up there. He'll give you a show, and everybody gonna watch it just because his ass crazy.
That is a name that would scare people as well. But once he starts saying NAZI and all that kind of stuff, you know you don't.
So we don't know what side he's gonna be on. We don't know what side he's gonna be on.
You done TikTok train me spelling that out right. You know I'm learning from the hostess with the most.
Pew 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 pew.
And then alive is how we do it. Can she name 2 Bad Bunny albums? Just curious. Janet's titty was great. Shouts out to man, hit the subscribe.
I cannot name 2 Bad Bunny albums. Okay, and I love reggaeton.
He agrees with you too. Hey, make sure you follow the Our Take podcast on YouTube as well. They come on right after us. It's your great Saturday morning sports lineup. It's like the cartoon lineup from the 80s. We got you. But he agrees with you. He said, yes, do Kanye. You cooking this morning with the early crowd.
Never know. I'm just saying.
Now, I don't think they're gonna like mine, but I have a choice. If I was handed the keys, the first person I'm calling is Missy Misdemeanor Elliott. I'm gonna call Missy, and here's why I'm gonna call Missy. Missy she's one of the few artists to where Gen X and millennials grew up with her music, and the children Gen Z are familiar with the big hits. I think she's written for enough people that everybody knows "Work It," that Beta, or some of her other songs and things of that nature. She puts on a great show. If you've never seen her perform live, it's dancers all over the place, and her messaging is I'm gonna air quote this, y'all, so don't shoot the messenger. Her messaging is safe. Her song's all about shaking your booty. Now, she does talk about a 2-minute brother, but I don't think she would do that song. Like, she don't want no 1 minute man. I don't think.
But she may bring on some other female artists. I know her. She's going to bring in all the grapes. It's going to be Rhapsody up that bitch. It's going to be all. I mean, they all going to be there.
Right. You can blow the dust off of Pink and Maya and Christina Aguilera do Moulin Rouge. You can all of the artists that she's written for, Mariah Carey, the list goes on and on. I think that she could put on a show where she doesn't have to carry it because of the pop-out guest, and it's going to be high wire. It's going to be entertaining. Her visuals for her videos were always entertaining. So I think that she would be able to do that, and I'm gonna get drugged for that. With the MJ movie coming out in April, we need a true tribute. So are you saying Team Breezy does that? Because the last time he tried to do a tribute to Michael Jackson, he cried on stage the whole time at the beat.
I don't know who could do the Michael Jackson tribute. It's getting
because if you mess up Mike on a global stage, we're gonna have to come get you. Even though
I do follow a Michael Jackson on TikTok. I gotta put you on him if you want to laugh late at night. He's serious about that thing.
Now, good morning and shouts out to Soul on Sports. Says 2 minutes is all you need. When you do it, right? Now, fellas, Don't y'all listen to Soul on Sports. Now make sure y'all follow him on YouTube and follow him on
I
social.
don't want no 2-minute man.
Fellas, it's Valentine's Day.
Out of bounds.
You cannot do 2 minutes tonight. Not tonight, Jarrell. Now I know your lovely wife. Y'all have been together since Hack was a pup. But
and she'd probably say a minute. She'd probably say 90 seconds.
But if you're gonna give her 2 minutes, you're gonna have to do some other stuff. So we're gonna just leave it right there because it's the morning show.
Put some soul in it.
Wait a minute, a bucket hat?
No, just chilling. Just chilling.
Wait, the second half of the Our Take podcast, Torrance T. Dub in the house. No, wait a minute. Now, if this week pulled off, Justin Timberlake as MJ. I wouldn't mind a Justin Timberlake Super Bowl.
No, I gotta see. I know Michael dyed his skin, but we're taking it too far.
But I'm just but he has hits. Can he reunite NSYNC on stage? Maybe that would get a nice pop for the Super Bowl. He's got enough hits.
Yeah.
Just the Timberland songs alone should be enough.
Well, next time it's in Atlanta, just throw T.I. in there. I'm waiting on that album.
Hey, you got us up here cooking this morning. Torrance, what was your thoughts about Bad Bunny? Did you care that you couldn't understand his lyrics?
Wait a minute, he sang? Because I was looking at Jessica Alba, I like Cardi B dancing. I saw all these. Did he sing something?
Farrah. Again, I will reset this. When I sent the message to Michael Hasso, who was off doing his Valentine's Day thing. Don't be a 2-minute brother today, Mike. Give Stacey a little bit more.
Mike.
Give her the best that you got, like you Anita Baker. I digress.
Take a nap. Take a nap. These
Get your nap in and hydrate. You too, Torrance. So when I sent him the message that I enjoyed the halftime show, his response was, "I bet you did with all that scattered ass." I was like,
just saying.
Bad Bunny talked.
Listen, when somebody comes in and says, "You don't have to understand me, just dance." All right, he told me that before it came on. So all I knew is I wasn't going to understand him. So my focus was the people who were dancing. So what was the point of me worrying about what he's speaking in what language? Didn't care. I didn't even know Lady Gaga was speaking English. I don't know. I didn't know what song she was singing. I didn't pay attention to her either. All I saw was people dancing of different colors and different generations. And I started looking at people that I recognized, like, oh, she just dancing. Oh, okay. And the next thing it was over. That's all I know. Now, for who looked at it and enjoyed it, great. He sounded like he knew what he was talking about. I saw Ricky Martin. Ricky didn't sing the song I wanted to sing.
Brought out the OG. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you had some of Vita Loca, I'd be like, yeah, I don't understand it, but at least I'm dancing that too. But the point was, who cares what these people think? I don't care. Jay-Z can stay there as long as he wants, and he has a diverse group of people. But you knew when the NFL
ain't that diverse. Wait a minute, it ain't that diverse
for him. For him, but when the NFL brought him in, this is what they wanted. This is the reason they wanted to fight against that Kaepernick stuff on that other side and put a little color and stuff.
Great point. They shut us up.
Mad.
They want to shut us up with all that.
But you know what? One other point though on it, I do think that America missed the point of it. You don't have to understand the language to understand what's going on and to watch a movie, because that's pretty much what he did. He told a story, and even if you didn't understand the language, if you didn't understand, you didn't appreciate, or you're just looking at the women, which is fine. But most was never going to give it a chance. I mean, he basically went through their entire culture in Puerto Rico, they're Americans, believe it or not, people. Who'd have thunk it? But no, and he really depicted their entire culture from when he was young. That little boy was not the little boy who got picked up by, the cold people. It was himself, his little self. Those type things. So you had to really, really watch it and go all the way through, even down to the not having electricity over there and having to do it themselves and all that kind of stuff. So it was a loud message he spoke. And then I heard, anyway, he mumbles. So even if he was speaking in English, he mumbles, even in his own language. It's hard to hear him. He mumbles.
Our youngsters love mumble rap, so that's not a problem over here. So Torrance, last question, and then we'll put a bow on the NFL until free agency. Who would you look if you were handed the keys to this next year?
I don't have any particular artists, to be honest. I don't care. First, before I go there, the one thing I was mad about Bad Bunny, because he looked hot in that outfit. He should have taken that little sweatshirt off.
He had a bulletproof vest on. He had a and you didn't notice what it was, the number on it? The number signified somebody. It was something with the number on it.
Listen, 50 Cent with bulletproof vest with sleeveless, so he could have done it.
Right, you can pop it right on in the shoulder.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't gonna kill you on the shoulder. So if it shoots you in the shoulder, it won't even matter. So let's move on from that. That's my only thing.
Hey, y'all.
They'd have grazed his ear. They'd have just grazed his ear.
Y'all, oh boy. And the thing is, y'all get carte blanche on this show. We don't shy away from nothing when Mike ain't on. Like Daddy Mike, well, I play it nice, when Mike ain't on the show and he's not.
Shoot him in the ear. Shoot him in the ear.
When he's not held responsible for the words that are coming out of my mouth. Yeah. But I love you, Mike. I hope you're having a great Valentine's Day. But when Torrance says move on, we move on. You want to move on? You got one last word?
Yeah. So Super Bowl, whoever comes in next year, it's going to be diversity because of this noise. Because the NFL going to talk to Jay-Z and listen, can you bring somebody? They're going to bring some artist that Jay-Z probably has done something with, and going to be so it's going to be all right. Everybody will get a little taste.
Blue Clan Trail.
Right. I'm willing to bet a dollar to a dime that next year's halftime show, for those who can see.
Listen, my only hope for the halftime show is my team playing in the first and the second half.
That part.
It's my team. I already know mine is. Neither one of y'all teams are going to be there, so let's just be real about it. But mine will be.
Farrah, you are guest in my home right now. That was true but hurtful. Just because it's the truth don't mean it don't hurt. Okay?
That ain't even the truth. That's wishful thinking. I don't have to believe in conspiracy theories.
Worry about you.
I don't have to believe in that.
We worry about you.
No, Martrice put a nice bow on this, and I agree with her. She says, I didn't know Bad Bunny before the Super Bowl, and although I rocked a hip or two during the show, I still ain't searching for him or downloading his music.
Absolutely not. It's just not for me.
We move. Now, we ain't this political. We really gonna move
right.
on. We ain't that political. Y'all ain't gonna give me pew. That's the perfect transition to the NBA. Ladies and gentlemen, with football in the rearview mirror. Woo! Moving on in a hurry. With football, I'm not saying I disagree, but I'm saying we're gonna let you have that last word. So football's in the rearview mirror. Now we look forward to hoop season. Y'all, I am so grateful and thankful that the way that the stars aligned, I got two basketball heads on me as we transition into basketball season. I'll be hiding in the bushes on their podcast because they talk basketball. So I'll be in the bushes to get my basketball fix. I learned about the women's game.
Let me do that.
Okay,
let me do that.
So All-Star Weekend is upon us. The sports world has descended upon the city of Angels, Los Angeles for All-Star Weekend. And let's get everybody caught up because we're probably the only three people who've been somewhat following the NBA during football season. So we want to get people caught up with 5 burning questions heading into All-Star Weekend. Are you ready to play, Tosh? Farrah.
Look here, I won't take that as an insult because that's my homie. But
it was just muscle memory. Now it's just are you ready, T-Dub?
Well, at least you didn't call me Mike. I mean, muscle memory, you didn't call me Mike. That's so we're good. So we're good.
So here we go.
Shades of you.
You know how it is if you got a sibling and the sibling is always getting in trouble. The mama gonna yell their name, even if it's you. Like
my mama call me 4 people every day. My mama call me 4 names before she gets to Farrah.
Mine too. And I got one sibling. That's the bad part. There's 4 people. And I got one sibling.
Right. All right.
Oh, Farrah. Hey, Farrah.
Ladies first. Farrah, question number 1. Who's the face of the NBA?
Me? No, I'm playing.
I wasn't expecting that answer. Who's the face of the NBA?
It was real quick, too. For me, right now, it's God dog, man. It really ain't one, honestly, but I'm going to stick with Jokic.
Damn. Torrance, who's the face of the NBA right now?
There are 3 of them, and none of them are American. There's a Canadian, there's a Frenchman, and I don't know where Jokic is from. So there's a dude in San Antonio. There's a dude in Oklahoma City, and he ain't even playing, but and then there's the dude in Denver. Those are the 3. You got Wembley, you got Jokic, and I don't even call it SGA. But those are the faces of the NBA right now. And there's not an American in the list.
Now, my new YouTube friend, make sure you hit that subscribe because I think I'm gonna have fun with him in the chat this summer. He nailed it. And I'm not saying that this is a good thing, but it's LeBron James and Steph Curry. It's this man.
How?
Now, Torrance.
How? When he's a detriment to your team, he didn't even make the All-Star team, and Steph ain't playing.
No, he's right. It's LeBron James and Steph Curry. And you know why he's right? No,
come to 2026 with us, y'all. Y'all are back in 2020. It's 2026, right. Y'all. Come on. Come back.
The reason why he's right, and thank you for the subscription. Hey, make sure you subscribe to the Our Take podcast as well. She has it written there right on her shirt. Just hit that at Our Take, hit that sub. We come on back to back every Saturday morning. Jump in their comments and cuss them out too, because you've been great for the show today. I'm loving your energy. It's LeBron James and Steph Curry, and that's a bad thing. I'm not saying this bragging because I am a LeBron fan. For the people new in YouTube that don't know me like that, I am a blind witness, as Skip Bayless would call us. I do think that he's the GOAT and the king. I think that it is an absolute bad thing that a 41-year-old is the face of your league. I think that's bad. Now, the best players are the people who Torrance just described and Farrah, with Jokic, with Wembanyama, with SGA.
How, Paul? I just want to know how.
Because
why and how?
When you think about pushing content for the NBA, you will get more engagement talking about Steph and LeBron than you will with Jokic, SGA, or Wemby, and that is a bad development for the league. And just real quick, and then I'm gonna pitch it to you too. The NBA has always been, well, basically, its explosion happened on the hands of American stars. We go back to the '60s with Wilt and with Bill Russell. You go to the '70s, that was Kareem's era. You go to the '80s, that's Magic and Bird. The Pistons kind of did a little bridge between the Magic Bird era and the Jordan era. The 2000s, early 2000s, I'm going to give Kobe that decade of the 2000s as the face of the league. LeBron James and Steph Curry from 2010 to present moment. Where the hell are these young players? Who's in the pipeline to be next? And I don't want you to give me no damn foreign player.
That's all we got.
See, this is that old man conversation. This is when we were hanging on the Bird and Magic on their last leg, when one had a bad back and one had a disease that we knew nothing about and wouldn't want to give it to Jordan. And we knew who the face of the league was at that time. You're doing the exact same thing. You're holding on to a 41-year-old dude who's on his last knee, and a dude who's sitting in there and go, listen, I don't even want to play here no more because ain't nobody else ain't gonna help me win a championship. This is what we doing. Listen. The difference is we had a pipeline of American people that was coming in. Now these American players, and it starts off, and we going back to another thing. They're spoiled. They are getting paid in college. You can't go pro if you don't want to leave school anymore. So you can't do that. And the European players are better. They play from the age of 4. They play pro basketball. That's what they were doing. We are doing that now with college, but they've been playing pro ball since 4 years old. Wembley was 17, 18, 19. Luka was 17 when he wanted to go pro. Listen. He was
cooking as a teenager.
Exactly.
And they learned how to train like this from us, from our older players. And we just said, man, but them YNs, them youngins.
So we don't have any youngins coming up, and the ones we got the league want to shoot up in Memphis or date porn stars in New Orleans. That's who we thought were going to be the next ones. That's who it was.
You know what, Torrance? I 1,000%. I'm going to go right here. I'm going to retweet. I 1,000% agree because I think I think the ball was dropped in 2019 when you had 2 players in Zion Williamson and Ja Morant that go 1 and 2. They had all of the ingredients to be next as far as face of the league.
Y'all was only hyped because he came out his shoe. That's all. He left his shoe on the free throw line when he busted out his shoe at Duke. That's when y'all started thinking about Zion. I knew he was trash.
I was like, Carolina won that game. Carolina won that game, so I don't care about that. Carolina won that game.
Can we accept that from a North Carolina fan bashing on a Duke player? Can we accept that? Are you being genuine? You won the game.
I'm being genuine.
You hit the corner 3.
I'm being genuine.
Corner 3.
Did it again last weekend.
I'm saying you hit the corner 3, you beat Duke. Like, Ja and Zion had the athleticism, they had the social media following, they had the hype train behind them. Ja with Murray State dropped a triple-double against 5-seed Marquette in the NCAA tournament. His stock was right here. When Memphis got that second overall pick, we was like, oh my God. And then he showed up, and he's an all NBA player in year 2. We're the second. Remember, we find in the West. He's trying to spit game to Taylor Rooks. What has happened to those two players since then?
They need mentors in the NBA. I don't know whether they used to have them, still have them, didn't have them, but they need them. They need someone to bring these kids in to keep them contained. Like you said, second season, it was all NBA. And it went to his head and blew him up. They don't have any grounding. I don't know whether these kids are being raised by they 22 and they mama 42. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. But something's not right with these young kids. They just don't value it. And it goes back to the NIL, college, them being given everything pacified, don't have to work for nothing. And then when they get there, if you're already making $1 million in college, what's $1 million when you get to the NBA? Nothing. That's just my opinion of it. I just don't see where this money helps them because they want their grind in college. That's why I love March Madness. They were fighting to the end and for the love of the game, and they worked hard to get to the NBA. They worked hard to get to the NFL. They don't have to do that no more. They just don't. Where's the love at?
Where's the stories? You listen to Jordan come out. He got cut his sophomore year. The anger to make him better. We knew Magic was trying to feed his family because his daddy was working at a plant and couldn't feed sick. You saw Bird coming from French Lick out of nothing. You saw the hunger. When did the hunger stop? Isaiah feed his family.
Don't leave out Isaiah.
With 17 brothers and sisters in the air. So the question is, when did the hunger to want to do this stop? It became we go to prep school. It became we can go to all these other schools. We can go do this. Now we can play at 17 different colleges if we want to. Where is the hunger to feed your family? This is the way I'm going to move the next generation forward? That's not existing anymore.
Icehold said it best. The Europeans, when you were giving your take on that, they hungry. They coming in like, man, we're finna bust y'all ass.
And they ain't got NIL. And they ain't getting paid at 17, 18.
Right. Now, the Martrese says it's only going to get worse. I 100% agree, Farrah. No love for their craft. Martrese, we've been friends for a long time. You gonna agree with me today?
They ain't even say my name either. Don't even know me. You could have throw a bomb the torrent or something.
Did you agree with me one time? Farrah may not let me lay this down.
Maybe next week.
Get your own, Lisa. Get your own host back. Then I agree with you. Okay. Question 2. We'll flip it up. Torrance, you up first. What's the biggest issue with the NBA product?
Nobody cares, only because now you are sitting people out. Now you are sitting people out. You only play 82 games and they only play 22 games, and there's nothing you're doing about it. You want to claim, if you don't play a certain amount of games, you don't get to win one of the awards. I'm making $800 million a year. I don't need your MVP award. I don't care. I'm going to play 12 games a year. I don't care. And who pays for it? Doesn't even matter to me. You pay me. There is no. That's my issue. There's no care anymore. Again, we old heads. Jordan used to say, I'm gonna play every game because there may be somebody new that who has never seen me play gonna be there. Kobe picked up that mentality and ran with that too. So they don't care no more. Listen, if you don't catch me in the 12 games I played this season, so what? That's on you. That's my biggest issue.
Love that take. Farrah, hostess with the mostest. What is your biggest issue with the NBA product?
The biggest issue is for me is the whole reasoning they're there. Sports are here to entertain us. They're here to entertain people by the people who are good at that sport. And we're not being entertained any longer. Okay. That's my biggest issue. We're not being entertained. It goes back to the last point we talked about. These kids not caring. We're getting the wrong kids in the league. They don't give a shit. So if they don't give a shit, how are we supposed to be entertained? So when the audience is completely not entertained anymore, and it's not because of lack of talent. We see the lack of talent there. We see it. It's just they don't care. It's will versus skill almost at work. You see that smart person that won't do nothing, always going on smoke breaks. But very smart, can do a lot of shit, but waste time all the time. It's the same thing. We see the talent, but they're wasting it. So if the entertainment isn't there, then That's my biggest issue. It's not entertaining anymore.
Yeah. Those two great answers. And Treese, and I'm just ribbing you, Treese. I was just in my feelings because they came on my show making great points. And I'm like, damn, I got to go on their show and make some great points. Now, we all competitors. I'm just saying, they cooking. They got YouTube on fire. Hey, Torrance said, tag me in, bro. I want some of this. And he came in. I'm so glad to have him here. It could be called Our Takes, Hot Takes, Hot Takes.
I done told you the extra hour.
The extra hour. This is what you get today is the extra hour. I am very fired up to have them on. I agree with both of you, and I think my biggest issue is a combination of the two. It's you want me to subscribe to 5011 streaming apps. I got to have Peacock, Amazon. I got to have ESPN on somebody.
And Brandy cutting me off. She going through the bills, y'all. She cutting me off. She done told me football season over, so she going. She should.
Okay, so Monday is Peacock and NBC, and Tuesday is Amazon, and Wednesday is hard to follow your favorite team. There's no free local television.
They're all over the place.
I can't even watch. Look, I got the league pass to watch the Grizzlies because they're out of my market here in Dallas. But when they're playing the Mavericks, I can't watch the game because the Mavericks are in market. It's that double, like they get you double for that because they try to make me go down to the. And to Torrance's point, why the hell would I go drive all the way downtown, pay $50 to park, put my family in there, and then Cooper Flag and Ja and Zach Edey, they in shiesties and hoodies.
Regular clothes, chilling.
The NBA plays so frequently that you don't have to have an injury report on Wednesday like the NFL. You kind of got an idea if your quarterback is going to start by Thursday. You have no clue. This is game time. Oh, LeBron's sitting tonight. Oh, Lucas. That's my biggest issue with it. Now let's move on to question number 3. Farrah, you up first. We're gonna go round robin. The Utah Jazz were just fined $500,000 for conduct detrimental to the league, aka tanking. Farrah, let me just. Does the NBA have a tanking problem, or is this another propaganda-driven thing by the negative entity and the hating entity that is the ESPN network?
Actually, no. I hope they find some more because they find their asses for sitting their players for load managing. There's nothing wrong with them. They're not going to find them if you really had an injury and they weren't. They were tanking them just to basically, I think, plunge their season. I don't know what they're trying to do. You know what I mean? So they can get it's a damn lottery when they're in the NBA. I don't think it's like the NFL, so it's not going to help you. I'm not too sure. But I think this pretty much, yes, I think they need to find more people because, like you said, we're flying across the country to see Steph and to see Embiid, and they get there and the kids are crying because they got the jersey on and spent $400 to get it overnighted, and no players are available, and they were supposed to. So yes, they need to be fine, and that's changed to them. They don't care, but maybe they'll start bringing their ass to play. That's like coming to work. We get 5 occurrences, right?
Right.
You get 5, and then your ass get wrote the fuck up. Write their asses up. Put them on something. Let's get an HR rep in here.
Get some of this T-Dub.
Well, you can't really find them when you give me a guaranteed contract. What difference does that make?
Still paying out of pocket.
But here's the bottom line of this. What are you taking for? Please name one person who's coming into the league that really cares. We just say these people don't even care, so you take it for
AJ
what?
Devanster, Darren Peterson, Yaxel Lindenborg from the University of Michigan.
Okay, so as we talked about on our podcast last week, AJ making more money and got more stuff in Utah than he will ever get in the league right now. So you're taking. What are you tanking for? We just said these kids don't care. They're making as much money in college as they're going to make with you. So when they get to you, they don't have that hunger like, I need to get better. So what you tanking for? Are you just tanking because you're in Utah? Or you just don't care about what your fans are doing? And you made a trade, literally, and this dude had to go through a test to see if he's going to play. And next 2 minutes later, he's having surgery. That is proof that you didn't care. That means either you were going to sit that season out anyway, or you ain't even going to keep him next year. So if I'm
playing,
the thing like you do the pastor when he preaching.
So I'm trying to understand. You made a big trade to get this dude for him to go to surgery 1 game into the trade. He didn't get hurt that game. You didn't care. These teams don't care. I don't know what you're taking for anymore. There is no Wemby unless that's not fair. I don't know all these European dudes. Maybe there's another one over there.
There is none. This is an American stockpile draft this year. These
Hell,
are
wait a minute. Y'all do realize they starting the damn load management. You know, UConn is being accused of load management strong last weekend,
and so is Kansas with Peterson.
Time out.
And that's women's basketball. That's crazy.
Two things I'm gonna say. UConn is load managing everybody because they play in the Big East and the other team they play. So the whole thing is load managing.
They set them the whole second half. The whole second half.
It don't matter what that is.
No, to your point, T-Dub, I saw the game with UConn and UT. Now, UT is a ranked national brand. They were tied at halftime. They lost by 30. So, yeah, they can just put their backups.
So,
put me in, coach.
And now Peterson is not load managing. Peterson is draft managing. I'm not going to get hurt before I'm the number one pick in the draft. Because I may not get the money from the league, but Pepsi, Nike, whomever go get. I don't need to be hurt. So that's draft load right there. He ain't doing that else.
Look at John Morant. Nobody would trade for him at the trade deadline. Wouldn't give up no assets for him, and he still got new shoes coming out by Nike.
And will be the number one selling shoe. And still will be the number one selling shoe.
Right. As long as he's good enough to be on the NBA roster, them shoes gonna keep pumping out.
Yep.
And he saw how Jordan, long after retirement, went to billionaire status because of them damn shoes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, 200 years from now, they're gonna be Air Jordan 2007s. I mean, that's the number we're gonna be at.
Right. Now, a quick fair or foul. Almost said fairer or foul. A quick fair or foul. Kendrick Perkins said, let's call it what it is. This isn't tanking. This is throwing games. Is that a fair foul statement, Fair?
Fair.
Torrance?
Absolutely fair.
I will agree quickly that it's fair because I, as a Memphis Grizzly diehard fan, have been taking the other team plus the points on my betting app because I know my team is tanking and I am profiting off my team basically throwing me money. That's bad if you're the NBA.
They're throwing the game. You're throwing the game.
That's bad if you're the NBA. Okay, let's go. Man, y'all are cooking. Question 4. Isaiah Stewart, Detroit Pistons forward, got suspended 7 games for coming off the bench with ice bags on his knees to throw hands with Miles Bridges. Now, as a quick aside, I would love to see them two fist fighting at like the Walmart parking lot.
Bobbing and weaving.
Just them and some carts and a couple of Mercury Topazes where they can just get it on. Don't block them. That looked like that was going to be a good fight. I digress. So he gets 7 games. Miles Bridges and Moussa Diabate, who was in the initial skirmish, they get 4 games. Farrah, I don't know if you said this, Torrance, but I know Farrah has said this about the 90s. All the 90s. We were so physical. Do you like this development? Do you like it?
Yes, let's get it. Okay. Let's get the hype up in this joint. That's the only thing we finally talking about something with the NBA is this good fight. I think it was a fight maybe a month ago. Till they fighting, we ain't got nothing to do with them. I mean, I think it's a good thing. I mean, it's not good that they're out there fighting. I get it. No one wants to get hurt, but I think it was a great bad thing that happened that sparked a little thing and talk and banter with the NBA and wanting to watch it and with not the Panthers, but with the Hornets with their coming up season, they're actually reforming this whole entire season. They on the run. This helped that too. They helped their fan base. They have more eyes on them. I personally think getting more fans, things of that nature. So I think it was good for the NBA. Nobody got hurt. They'll be all right.
T-Dub.
First, I think it was personal. And a side note, I wouldn't want to see that fight because Bridges only be beating up on chicks. That's why he don't fight people. But number 2 on that conversation, Stewart should have sat his ass down because he literally sitting on the bench. He had a grudge against that dude because he went straight at that dude for no reason.
Right.
So
he messed with his baby mama before. I've been looking for you. I saw you when you came up in there.
Hands off my woman. That's my job. Oh,
this is
that was at on site. That's what on site means.
That's what that was. And so the NBA is hyping that as a fight. No, it ain't tough. This is just what they want the Detroit narrative to be. That's all this is. Right. And they ain't tough at all. Stewart trying to be a tough dude because he's been trying to fight people for years to get that narrative back in Detroit. There is no toughness in it. And that dude from Charlotte could have punched dude if he wanted to be. All of a sudden he slipped. But he was right there. He slipped like he couldn't get that punch out. Nobody wanted to fight. Nobody except Stewart wanted Bridges for something. That's the only thing that was
Stewart was going to fight him.
Yeah, he wanted
Alice in the palace.
That was it. But is this a good thing? Yeah, a little physicality, so I don't have to see you touch me, and we foul it, and I'm happy. Next time somebody do one of them step back threes or slide over threes, I want somebody to run them over with a forearm. I would love to see that so we can stop that in the league. I'm sick of it.
I am too.
But the blood and guts of the Knicks and the Heat back in the days when you got the coach dragging, I don't want to see that.
On for dear life.
I don't want to see that no more.
I want to see the coach fighting everybody.
PJ Tucker PJ Tucker. What was his name? That hip tossed the Knick player into the bench and into the crowd, and the bench player messed up that series, by the way. But to put a button on that, I love it because now I need the Hornets to make that 8 seed. So we get 7 games.
That'll be.
I want 7 games of that.
It's gonna be police all over the court. There'll be police everywhere. Locker room. Man, listen.
All right. Last but not least, so we can get ready for the outtake show that comes on next. Our hour. Torrance, how do you feel All-Star game?
What All-Star game? I was watching Unrivaled. I don't know what you. I know it's the All-Star festivity started last night. I was watching Unrivaled, the 101. I'm telling you right now, I'm old school.
Damn.
I want the East versus the West. Yes. I want the East versus the West. I don't need those world situations. They are European on both sides of the scenario. Give me my old school back and act like you care. Now, I don't want you to be in the 80s where y'all were physical. 80, it was 75, 71 and all, and they would beat each other up. I don't mind y'all giving me a show the first half, but the second half, I want to say, okay, it's about the money again, and we're going to put a little defense on. That's what I want. If y'all can't do that, then just do what the promo do. Put flags on, start shooting threes from everywhere, and don't touch nobody. Don't play.
Yeah, is that charity to give to? I mean, can they shoot
John Morant's extension fund, because it ain't coming from Memphis. Fair, you up. How do you fix the All-Star game? You know I'm still mad.
Oh man, how do you fix the All-Star game? Boy, shit, tank it. No, I'm playing. But let's cut the whole damn thing out. Nobody will miss it. If they didn't have it, we wouldn't even know. Would you know? Would you know?
That's a hurtful question to ask an NBA fan, but no, we wouldn't.
You would not know. But no, the only way they can fix it, like I said, they're going to have to make it a little bit more entertaining. I think I've said all week.
Do that.
I said all week on Unrivaled. We've been watching it. We've been live streaming it. Me, you, and TT been on. Yeah. They really got to take some pointers.
No, I don't care. No, Martrice. I'm calling everybody the wrong name. Is this dementia?
They may need to get them a 3-on-3, but I do think they need to do a 1-on-1 challenge for those who want to participate. It don't have to be the starters. We got some good bench players. We got some good rookies. Maybe the rookies do it.
No, Farrah. That's where I'm gonna draw the line, because when Farrah said this in real time earlier this week, I was like, oh yeah, she's on to something, because I jumped into her TikTok live. Make sure y'all follow her on TikTok. Put that in the comment where they can follow you on TikTok, because those lives. They follow them on TikTok, as I heard this man say in the chat the other day. He called it TikTok. So she said on her live, we were watching Unrivaled, they do this 1-on-1 deal, first 1-11. It's like how you play with your brother in the backyard. I would love to see Giannis versus pick a star or SGA, or Steph versus Dame, or Ja versus pick a young star, like Cooper Flag, whatever, where they do a 1-on-1 challenge. I would take that over 3/4 court.
Y'all don't think that they won't play? I think they would. I think more players, if it was an option, I truly believe more players than you think would sign up, because they have to sign up in Unrivaled. They don't make them. It's whoever wants to play. I truly think if you make it an open option, more players than you would think would actually play 1-on-1.
Do you agree, Torrance? Do you think the NBA players would agree for a 1-on-1 tournament, risking the fact that they may get skunked 11-0?
I think the younger players or the bench players will. The superstars won't. At first, I don't want to see Steph or LeBron tear up a knee on a 1-on-1 in the career over sitting there. Them old people can't, because it's going to get physical. If you saw the women last night and it got physical, imagine the dude when you giving me $2 million and I'm See, that's what is important. The dudes on the bench are those people who sit there and get an extra $2 or $3 million a win. That's when they're hungry, and that game is
But
going to be.
how do you play worried about injuries? You can't do that. You will injure yourself. You will injure yourself by mentally being afraid of an injury, and that is proven.
This is the All-Star game.
I get it, but we're here to play ball.
But I'm going half-ass until it gets serious, and then that half-ass is going to get me hurt because this is not where my money's paid. My money's paid in the court during the regular season.
Okay, do you think the WNBA? You don't think those players value their career that they're playing a one-on-one tournament? Or are you saying that the women's game is lesser just because they make less? That's still their income to take care of their own and their family. They're not putting it before money. They're putting the game, and that's why we're being entertained. That's the problem. You over scared, you're gonna get hurt. Stop playing the game. If you're not afraid of being hurt, you should not play sports because it's part of it. If you're gonna get hurt, you're gonna get fucking hurt. All-star one-on-one at the game, playing against the Spurs tonight at 10. If you're gonna get hurt, you're gonna get fucking hurt.
Number one. The women are playing that hard because their money isn't unrivaled. It's not in the WNBA.
Either way, you're not going to get paid at all if you get hurt.
Number two, unless they put something in the contract in the NBA, these dudes will not play because if I get hurt in this game, am I still get my guaranteed money?
Put a clause.
But that's the NBA has to do that, and then the Players Association got to do that. I don't disagree with that.
Okay,
but I'm
put a clause. I'll pay you for the rest of the season if you get hurt in the NBA tournament.
But I'm going to ask you a question, Farrah. I'm asking, is your pride important when you're making $80 million a year, versus the dude on the bench making $1 or $2 million, $100,000 contract? Now those people will play, but when you got those other dudes, I don't care about playing. I'm already gonna get my money. It's as you said, they play for the love of that money. So,
but this is the reason he asked the question: why? What can we fix with the NBA? Why do we not watch the NBA? This is proving it. Us fussing about them playing a game that they love and get paid to play. Don't want to play one-on-one. This is how we fucking started playing it.
When you say it like that, it goes back to what Martrice said. Turn it off. She got her
Why are we arguing about an injury to entertain your clients? Because that's what the hell we are to them. We're paying them.
I don't care anymore. We established that earlier. I made my money in college one.
You know what?
Then I come to the NBA and I don't care.
I tell you how they don't care. I can tell you how they don't care.
Look,
every single stadium, every single fan didn't fill any fucking arena for a whole season. Ask me how they're gonna get paid because we pay their asses. We do. Not all them endorsements. I don't care how many endorsements they have. Not one stadium get filled for every 82 games. We boycott the NBA. Let's see what happens. I bet you their ass will play in.
Or maybe the NBA can simply make teams pick players to play in the tournament. Maybe they mandate you got to have 1 or 2 players. Maybe that way you can get them in there.
Well, volunteer. I'm telling you, more will play just because.
Now, like I said,
the OG players are sending their bench henchmen out there to go squabble, and we can kind of do some side betting. We can just throw some dice out there. Like, we have to do something because this right here. Ask
the old school players. Ask Ask Ron Artest. Ask any of them. I bet you they would play it. I bet you they would play it.
Kobe would be the first one.
Michael Jordan. It ain't none of them that would not play. And that's the difference of the people in the league.
Get out there, Stewart out there. And if he don't foul or fight nobody, after 3 rounds, he gets $1 million.
If you can score on me, you get $1 million. If you can score on me, I'll give you money. Yeah,
right. And if you don't swing on somebody after 3 games to 10,
you get a bonus. $1 million. You get a bonus.
Hold him and get in his face, and you know how it goes at the YMCA, and then see if he dots you up, and just be ready because Farrah already said it's going to be police surrounding the court when the Pistons are in town. So just be ready. You know what I'm saying? Like, be ready. Farrah, who you shouting out today? Because we got to get ready for round 2.
All right, man. Who am I shouting out? Hey, shout out to everybody that's up in here, checking in with us. We really appreciate it. And I shout out to Paul L. Cota, the good old host, for having us on. I appreciate you.
T-Dub, who you shouting out today?
Listen, I ain't playing with y'all. I'm shouting out my wife. It's Valentine's Day. I ain't stupid. I ain't stupid. Because I ain't get myself in trouble. I am not the one.
Yes. Okay. I threw you a lob, bro. I threw you a lob.
Shoot.
It was too high. It was too high. I didn't catch it. No.
I'm blowing out a knee, pulling a hamstring. I'm catching that ball. I ain't doing that. Get me in trouble a day. Shout out Jennifer.
You're gonna be on that injury report.
Load management after the day. I ain't playing no more this season. But after the day, I'm shooting.
Ain't no love in the heart of the city.
Right. Happy Valentine's Day to Brandy. And happy Valentine's Day to all of you little birds out there.
I want to send a happy Valentine's Day out to my baby cakes, Martrice Hastings, and to all of the lovers. This is for the lover in you. This is things. I forgot the rest of the words. It's like Bad Bunny over here. And we wish you a happy Valentine's Day as well. Hey, thanks for rocking with us, man. You had some great points today. Hey, catch us on Our Take. Like it's HOUR Take YouTube. We're coming up here. We're gonna take a quick intermission to use the toilet and put a little something in our mouths. That food,
water,
and then we're gonna jump right back on. So we'll see y'all. Happy Valentine's Day. Peace. We out of here.
Happy V-Day. Happy V-Day.
Right there. Follow them. You can even follow them right here, wherever you are. Follow them right here.
Happy V-Day.
Peace.
Peace.